What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Gemini Lounge, man. So, we have a P. Diddy, we have a verdict in the P. Diddy trial. What's up, y'all out there, man? Just another beautiful day, man. Like, subscribe to the channel, man. Another boring day in beautiful Florida. But I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna talk about the P. Diddy trial. One thing I want to just say right off the bat. I've done several videos where I talk about Diddy. And I talk about, like, I do not think this is a good man. I even go back into, back when we were young and Diddy was just kind of popping. How, he was that dude in New York City. And a lot of us, we were trying to follow him. Or not follow him, but like we wanted to be at the spots that he was in. Because we knew it would always be beautiful women. It'd be like the upscale, the upper class of society, of black society. But anyway, I've never defended this man. I've talked about how I've seen his his bodyguards, man, just do dudes dirty, for little reason, man. He's famous for that. And we can't deny, like, those connections. There's a connection somewhere, allegedly, we think, with that Keefe D and all of that crap going on with Biggie. And, it's kind of dirty. So in no way am I defending this man. I say all of that to say that in no way am I defending that man. What I'm actually doing is saying that the legal system has become as dirty as we think Diddy is. That's the statement I'm making. The legal system itself has become just as dirty as what we look at P. Diddy as. Those charges, listen, we have to get out of this culture of where a woman can feel a certain way after a certain amount of time and then take all of the rewards of, like, the actions, and then in the last minute, like a get out of jail free card, say, I was coerced, I felt scared. We know women are not childlike like that. And I'm speaking of, like, the Cassies. I'm speaking of, like, almost all the women that were involved. I didn't really see many victims, in all honesty. I seen a lot of devilment. I seen a lot of devils running around playing together and having fun. All right, that's what's up, FIFA Junior. But that's all I'm saying, man. I didn't see many victims in this story. And I think that's why he got let off. On the big one, because let's keep it real. That was no racketeering case, man. Racketeering is mafia. Like, the way they've been trying to use the racketeering laws is, like, it's outrageous. And it's a testament to any time we actually give the government more power, how they will, like, bring it in under one idea, but then use it in, like, 100 different ways against you. Like, this is more evidence of that. The racketeering laws was never meant for the Diddy trial. Was never meant for rappers. I get how you could make the argument, but I say all that to say that racketeering charge can only have, like, been found guilty by a jury that believed in the same cause. The same way, in a way, they tried to do the Daniel Penny guy. Like, the case itself in a neutral scenario, Diddy ain't do no racketeering. He's a goon. He is a goon. He's a powerful man with money. He's not a nice guy. But to me, from what I saw mostly, now I see what the great lines can be, because I do believe that, and I think there was evidence to show, not just I believe, that he did intimidate people he had beef with. But what powerful people don't do shit like that all the time? Like, when does that, like, there's Burger Kings beefing with McDonald's that might flex in similar ways in the private world, outside of the mainstream media. So that whole racketeering was bullcrap. So he beat that one. That was the top charge, and that was going to actually that's a life sentence. But what I want to talk about is that he didn't get off. He might have, compared to what he got, but those other two, where they're saying he transported these two women across state lines, that man, that's a weird law too, to be honest with you, man. And again, no one is actually saying we want men to be able to like just use their power and money to strong arm, just take women and just like kidnap them. But that's not kind of what I was seeing happening there. What I was seeing is happening is what I've seen happen in all throughout the history of man. Is rich, powerful men with a lot of money. They offer it out, and those who want to like take a piece of that, you're gonna have to do some things. What they say, the old school, you got to do something strange for that change. We all know it. So I have a funny feeling like, or I have a problem with, are they victims because they wanted the money? Like these women, like Cassie, with like she had 2 albums or 2 songs. I think she's made millions of dollars hanging out with Diddy. Like, it's not like they're all getting paid. That Young Miami, he's paying these girls $12,000, $25,000 a month just to be his freak-offs, just to participate in that lifestyle. So can these same women who like took the tens of thousands, the trips, the clothes, the money, they took all of that, can they now turn around and say, I was taken advantage of, put him in jail for what he did to me? I'm not really feeling that. Not really feeling that. And again, I'm no fan of Diddy. I do think there's other things you probably could get that same sentence for if you really wanted to. This just wasn't it. But the 2 that he did get caught on, the lesser charges, or 3, I think he got hit on 3 lesser charges. Those lesser charges are minimums of 15 years. He's probably done 2 or 3 years in prison already. He's 55. I mean, hey, man, I guess that's not bad if you got to play this game. He'd be out by 65. It's Fed time. He got to do a lot of that. Oh, man. Yeah, 65, like getting out by 65 instead of what they were going to do. They were going to hit him with the life. You know it. And I feel like this was targeted. For some reason, this was targeted. Just like, honestly, I feel like the Mayor Adams things was a targeted attack, by the Democrats, man. Like, it just shows you, like, how grimy these Democrats will get to achieve whatever goal they're looking to do. I mean, I just keep looking back at Diddy as, like, the spokesman for the Democratic Party during that whole Obama run. And you think, and I'm trying to tell you, Diddy been Diddy since the beginning of time. So, but all of a sudden, they mad at him. It's amazing. Like, I feel like they, like these, and I hate to become one of those conspiracy guys, because I'm not that. But, a lot of the times, man, the conspiracies aren't really conspiracies, except that the media tells you, like, don't believe that. And all of the people that's in the conspiracy tell you, don't listen to that. That's a conspiracy. So it gets weird now. Like, conspiracies aren't conspiracies anymore. So like I said, man, they've been using this Mann Act or these weird laws, and in a way, like the RICO laws, and I don't want to sound like a victim for black people, but like it seems like it has been pretty much just used on them, these Mann Acts. Man, Weinstein's still running around out here, man. Like, he getting off and getting out. But Diddy will see daylight again. He will see daylight. He will be back on the streets. He'll be a 65 probably. In my opinion, I think they're going to hit him with the whole 15. It'd be unfair. He got good lawyers, so shit. He might Diddy might be out in 6, 7, 8 years, bro. I think he's still a young man, bro. Like, actually, he's still like, he's 55 now. Like, that's what my guess is. Again, I have no legal expertise. I'm just, someone observing and knowing kind of how the law works. That he beat the top one, but that minimum too is like 15. And depending on the judge, man, and the system and how much they dislike this man for whatever he did to them, bro, like whatever, they might try to like do some consecutive instead of concurrent, where he do all the charges at the same time. But I think it was a bogus case, honestly. I think every charge given by the state was a woke political charge. That's basically what I'm saying in this video. And I don't think Diddy's a good guy at all. I think he's a horrible man. I think he's a horrible human. Just from what I've seen personally in real life, like being, near his vicinity. And being from New York during his like rise to the top. And what I've seen in the news, in the media, and on what's on video, I don't think this is not a dude that I'd be cool with. I don't think him and I would get along. I'm pretty sure him and I wouldn't get along. But those charges were bullshit. The charges were straight bull crap, and it was only done for political reasons of like the Me Too, the feminists, and they still on that. My thing is, it's funny because like a lot of these feminists that are like liberals and Democrats and progressives and straight up communists, they often wind up attacking their own friends more than they do like the Republicans or the other side. Like it's like all of the liberal males get eaten first, and then I don't know. I don't even see any like conservative politicians taken down really by the feminist movements. But I see a lot of Democrats, boy, from Al Franken to Cuomo. Cuomo didn't do nothing. Cuomo ain't do nothing. He lost his whole job. He ain't do nothing. Yo, the black chief of police in New York City, man, he was having relations with a subordinate in his office or one of the offices, top chief of police, man. But she was getting overtime up the behind. That's how they got caught. They got caught because her overtime, she was making like $300,000 a year, like off some overtime. So, but all of a sudden she was the victim. They didn't really care that she took all that money. Like, oh, word, you was sleeping with the captain? Okay, yeah, we like that one. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about all that money you made off sleeping with the captain. Like, you all right. But that's kind of what I see was kind of. And again, the same thing with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, same thing. 30 years later, some chicks could talk about how they felt, but you was at the crib. I mean, I don't want to see, man. I ain't trying to like. Hey, if Bill Cosby did the things these women said, then I think then to hell with him. But it's just I don't know what's going on 30 years later with no reports in between. Like all of a sudden, 30 years later, you tell a story that there's no like police report, there's no like evidence in any way that we could see that some kind of thing happened. It's just your feelings 30 years later, and then the OG goes to prison. I just can't buy that, man. And I feel like this is a pattern that's been going on. I mean, some might say, I don't know, Smokey Robinson right now. There's like three like Venezuelan or something chicks who said they were his maid, and he did this, even though he's with his wife and all that, they live in the place, the wife and him, they saying that he was doing some inappropriate things and they want money. They don't want him to go to jail. That's the funny thing. These people don't care about him going to jail for whatever foul things. They want money. They're not out there like, yo, put him in jail. They're like, yo, I want 50 million. You made me feel bad. Shannon Sharp. I mean, look at this pattern. Look at this pattern, man. R. Kelly. I mean, Jesus, I don't know. And again, I'm not defending these men's character. I'm just saying the way the legal system is like, the way they're moving. They're still moving in a really foul way, in my opinion. So, hey, man, I think it's good that Diddy beat this, man. It showed that it's rare to beat the feds on a top charge, bro. Like, shout outs to his attorneys. Listen, I seen the video of him dragging Cassie down the hallway. I saw it. Well, I did a whole video back then telling y'all that, before he got guilty, before he was arrested, if you go back on my channel, you'll see that I was talking about Diddy I was talking about Diddy, bro. Look on my channel. I've been telling y'all about Diddy, bro. but I still don't believe he did anything that these charges are trying to say he did. So, anyway, y'all, I just wanted to give y'all my thoughts on the Diddy trial, man. I think he's still going to get about 15 years. I don't know, man. It's going to be somewhere in between 10 and 20, I think. Because I think they're going to be so embarrassed, the feds, that they lost on that top charge, that they're going to try to, like, do him extra dirty. But he got good attorneys. So they should be able to, I don't know. I don't know how the law works. That's why I don't play with the law. I don't really stay out of that stuff, man. They get too political when you start talking about lawyers and judges and Like, who's going to accept what? If the judge is upset, if he like you, one judge could be nice, one judge could be mean, and that's the difference between like 10 years of your life. I can't play that game, bro. Yo, I'm telling y'all out there, man, stay out the prison, yo, stay out the system, man. You really want, all right, judges to be sitting there, and whether they woke up in a bad mood or they don't like you, that could be the difference in you getting 5 years and 15 years. It's best to just stay away from that system, man. But hey, everyone out there, yo, Gemini Lounge, man. I'll holla. Peace.